What is poppin', Saints? It is your boy, the S-A-I-N-T, that be me, bringing you guys a new video. Today it's going to be a little bit more of a relationship discussion because as you see in the title, it's called I Married a Monster. I'm curious about what the topic is, as I'm sure you guys are as well. That's why y'all clicked. But regardless though, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's to it. So this is made by Isis, which is what I'm sure is her name. And so we're going to give it a listen, see what's going on.
Hi, trophies. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. It has happened. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my second trimester. It's been a little over a month since I had to end up leaving my husband. Don't even really know where to start with this, just because it's just such a hard topic. Truly held my husband, or saw him as the bar for what every woman should, you know, type of man that, or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And I didn't really.
Just real quick, I just want to just speak on how really when your whole brand is based off of a relationship, I feel like that's a slippery slope. I would honestly say if you are in any kind of business, the thing to do, I think properly, would just to separate the two. Do not mix business with personals. Don't do it. Just like how they say business and pleasure, this is business and personal. Because hinging the fate of your whole business, your brand, on another human being is reckless. Especially if you can't even 100% say that this person, and I'm sure the thing is that she is 100%, she married the man. Or, I mean, at least that's what a lot of people that married say. They say that they felt 100%, that the person that they were with was just the best of the best. The creme de la creme. But I would just say, just keep them separated. Just keep them separated so things like this don't hinge. Because I feel like the only reason why she even has to say this kind of stuff publicly to people is because, I mean, look, if it works out for y'all, it works out for y'all.
You know, he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous Christian man. And I believed him. I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like. I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past.
China que ya. See, and the sad thing is, it's that kind of situation, as hard as it is to say, that is, man, it's the man's fault for even committing such an act to your wife. Your wife, the woman that you have under, not under just the law, but the Lord's counsel, that you are supposed to be her protector. You have been given the honor to watch over her, and in turn you gain a woman as a lifelong partner. and you treat them in such a manner. And it's like that's something that it's not really something that you can just get over. Like, and the thing is that I know that she's speaking from here more than here because I've been there before and I've let a lot of things slide. And maybe the problem is that I see it more as a man than I am as a woman, because as a man I see it as if I do something like if I put up with bullshit, that's my fault. It's not her fault. I mean, obviously she is the one, but I am the one that is enabling the action. I am the one that's allowing this to be okay. I am setting a standard to my partner that they can treat me in such a manner without any repercussion. And that's why I'm just like, man, because and that's the thing though, is that at the end of the day, she is still a woman who is just doing what is the right thing to do as a wife, which is to stand with your husband and everything. But there's just, you got to set a boundary at some point, and there should have been a boundary at that point. Like, it should never get to a point where a man feels like he has to force himself on you. It should never get to that point. And you're right, he is a monster. He's a terrible little piece, you know, like in other words, he's like there's no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it other than that. Just, you know, I just hope that, like, see this is why as just people, not just black people, but just people, especially in this generation, we need that therapy. We need examples. We need people in our lives to properly guide us, because I don't know what it was like in her life, and you know, like what she been through and everything, but stuff like that, problematic. It's just, I mean, people, definitely take y'all self-respect highly. Y'all self-respect is definitely going to determine how your relationship is viewed with your partner.
It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things.
Yeah, nah. To my ladies out there, my sisters, cause look, I got a niece. I got plenty of cousins, female cousins. Just at the end of the day, man, women, that's somebody's mama, somebody's daughter, somebody. You know, last thing I would want is someone to treat my somebody in any type of way. Just keep that in mind while y'all out in the world, fellas. And just for the ladies, you know, just things like that. Just walk away. Don't ever look back. That is irredeemable. All right. That is a violation on you physically, emotionally, and mentally. Just yeah, walk away from those.
I don't even know where to start. 6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter. I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh God. Gosh. I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy. I felt like my world ended on that day.
It's things like this that just, it gets me. It gets me. It gets under my skin. But a lot of things don't. But messing with children, you know, assault on your on women, just not even just women, just people that you know you can overwhelm. Just things like this just it makes me question where we're going as a people. It really does. Just I can never understand what brings a father to think that's okay to do with their child. Just in any capacity. I don't know what. That's why I don't get why. Like it brings me back to like why do they want to be part of the LGBT community? Like what they do is okay and it makes sense. It's not okay and it doesn't make sense to be those, to be that P word. No. No, that's not cool. That's not understandable. I don't even want to understand it. What hurts is that this is also a black woman. I don't know if she married a black man or not. Probably had. But it just hurts me to see another black woman in pain like that. You know? It's just like I don't care how terrible a person is or how terrible a woman that she might have been as a wife, if that is even a possibility. If a man has to go to that point, that extreme, to where he has to put hands on her, especially if it's forceful on the intimacy, that's not even intimacy. I'm trying to find a word that don't get me blocked on YouTube. But that, and also your children, you're lower than, you're way below lower than her. So I don't even want to hear this whole, but she was terrible. She was a terrible wife. There's secrets that we don't know about her and all that. Man, if you gotta roll around with the pigs, you might as well just be one of them, if not worse.
At the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house. Because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie. And that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a snowball effect. Because of trespasses that has already been allowed, he just keeps going further and further and further and further. Dude should have been shot the first time he attempted something with you. I'll be real with you. Like there's no, it's just not cool. This will never be understood.
As soon as my husband got home, he was actually picking up the boys from school, my two older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that it would be suspicious, like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best thing I could think of to just hurry up and.
Hey, so all y'all probably thinking that she's stupid for that, or it's like, how come she wasn't just full on confrontational? Keep in mind that she is a woman talking to a man. It sounds like a physically capable man that is able to harm her. If mentally he's already able to do these kinds of forceful things upon her, who knows how much else he could do, who he could be capable of potentially taking her life. So, you know, like to most of y'all probably in the back of your head thinking like, man, I could have thought of better, or man, like that's like a terrible idea. You should have just, just just went off on him and everything. Not every person, especially in men like this, is not gonna accept that peacefully. Is not gonna just hear that, because a lot of men are like this, psychotic, and have no remorse of harming another, even if it is a woman and children, as it's already been shown. Just don't even get that thought in your head. The difference between what men are capable of and what women are capable of, and why it is women do have a fear around men. Not saying that like women are completely harmless, because they can be harmful depending on the person you're talking to, but it's just that, man, I can understand why I'm hearing the fear even as she's recollecting these events.
When I got to the hospital, they basically told me that we had to go to another hospital because they didn't do physical exams, like that kind of physical exam there. So a police officer escorted the kids and I to another hospital where they were able to evaluate my daughters. It ended up coming out that he had actually been touching both of my daughters.
What kind of
who are only 2 and 4 years old.
dude? What kind of piece of?
I'm a product of RAPE. That's how I came to be. Was also, abused as a child by a neighbor's husband. Prayed to God that my children would never, ever, ever have to go through this. I'm not quite sure how this happened, why this happened. Because with my own trauma, I watch my kids like a hawk. Like, I don't like them sitting on people's laps. None of that.
I mean, I'm sorry that you have to be trauma. Yeah, you have to go through trauma for that, but at least you are aware, because that's where it all starts. Right there is just awareness of understanding what happened, how to prevent it from happening. But no one should ever have to experience stuff like this. Just period. And I'm sorry that you had to experience that. And I just pray that you come out of this not a victim, but reborn better as the person that you want to be. Not what your piece of shit of a husband tried to make you be. I hope that it's that instead. Man, that's heavy.
And he knows how much I cannot stand men like him. And to think like I couldn't even go to sleep in my own house and know that my children are safe. Just by me going to sleep, my children were left unprotected.
Truly, the biggest violation is that someone close to you at home is your worst enemy. Just that is definitely the worst violation I could think of. Because not only is it happening to people that are close to you, that the fact that it's because of someone that is supposed to be your love doing that to you is probably the worst betrayal. Wow. So that was heavy. That was heavy. I was not expecting it to go that direction. I mean, I knew it was going to go somewhere, but that was quite the direction that whole situation went. And it can just never be, yeah, like that I like I said, nothing. I wish nothing but the best for her, that she gets to a better place, a better situation, all that the kids are protected and that they get the help that they need, and that they can grow up functioning properly. Because you know, these things, they can have an effect on a person in so many different ways, And the thing is that I do come from an environment where I've met people that have been through this, and how they turn out, how their trust in relationships are, and it's and not even just relationships, but how it is with their family. It sucks that situations like this should really put her heart, her body, her life in another person's hand, or at least the amount that is supposed to be reciprocated as a wife, just for the other person to abuse it and destroy and ruin what was already shaken because of her past. But that all goes to say that people, have your boundaries. Do not let this get in the way of what is here, especially with your family, kids, especially with kids. Kids are priority number one above even your own. If kids start getting hurt and involved, it's definitely it's been time to go. It's been time to go. Those are priority number one. Then you are number two. And to men, just don't be like don't be like this guy. All right, that's not even a man. Like I said, that's a period. And that's not something that we promote here. But guys, that has been another video. Seeing y'all soon, Saints. Peace.